Weapon Stereotypes, Episode 3, The Soldier, by SoundSmith.
All right, Soldier. He's one of the most well-rounded characters in the game, so I guess it's no surprise that a lot of people main him. No, like, seriously, a lot of people main Soldier. It's like Cloud in Smash 4. Either you main him, or you've got him in your back pocket, and you can play him if you need to. Now, since there are so many people about to get mad at me for talking about a negative, pre-existing stereotype for their favorite weapon, I should probably do that whole disclaimer thing again now, shouldn't I? So, stereotypes don't apply to everyone. So, for example, if you use the Criticola, that doesn't necessarily make you an asshole. It's just that basically everybody thinks you're an asshole. Okay? Okay, let's begin.
Oh, I love that intro. That was great. Oh, the read was more confident too, I feel. That was great.
The rocket launcher. It's powerful, it's reliable, and it's great for pretty much any situation. This is another one of those stock weapons that's widely used by almost every soldier, so it's really difficult to peg a stereotype for. The stereotype really depends on the soldier's choice of secondary and melee, since honestly this doesn't really say anything specific.
Is that an actual kill counter on it? Dude, that's so cool. Is it only certain like weapons? Like, how do you get that? Do you have to craft that? Original.
If you use the original, you're probably entirely too fascinated by dick jokes. We're talking like 5th grade dick jokes here. There are 3 kinds of people who use the original. There's dick joke guy, there's I'm stuck on Pogo and Jump Academy guy, and there's I'm sick of the stock rocket launchers bullshit guy. Like, these guys love to tell you all about how the rocket comes out of the middle of the screen, not the side. Wow, fun facts.
Weird.
The first time I saw this rocket launcher, my friend was using it, and he said, it shoots straight, it looks cool, and it sounds cool. Just like my dick.
I like this. This is great. Oh my god. It's flawless. Perfect.
I was like, that's cool and all, but mine is black and it's curved slightly to the right and it works fine for me. So what do you want me to say?
Oh, I love it.
All I'm saying is there's a reason this weapon has nicknames like the direct shit, the direct miss, or the best melee weapon in the game. This is the first weapon that I can safely say is definitely a war pig. Now, I started using this term when I was making hat stereotypes. It's based off the hat for the soldier, the war pig. The stereotype for this hat was that players wearing it always overestimated how good they were at the game. And then I discovered that a bunch of other hats had this stigma, so I just started calling them all war pigs. Now, as far as weapons go, this is one of the best examples of a war pig. Players using the direct miss usually think that they're way better than they really are. Now, that's not to say they're all bad. There are definitely some people who use the direct shit who are good, but those guys probably think that they're the best thing to grace TF2's server since Lenny Binds, so...
Since who? What? I'm so lost.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Hey, has this ever happened to you?
I keep dying because my medic girlfriend isn't online pocketing me. This game sucks. TF2's dead.
Well, fear not. The bad box, the black box, is for you. Now, for the low price of 1 rocket plus any and all sense of dignity that you might have left, you can run headlong into danger without fear. Although, let's be honest, you're still gonna play like a little bitch and never take any risks whatsoever.
During our last community day, I remember someone was hard maining the black box. They were hard maining black box soldier. Man, they were going ham. They were racking up them kills.
Okay, so this guy doesn't take the game seriously at all. You can usually find them on Hightower, Upward, or Harvest, but they're almost always running the Market Gardener. Sometimes they'll run other melee weapons to meme, but regardless, these guys are usually loved or hated. If you understand what fun is and you don't take the game too seriously, then you probably think they're pretty alright. However, if you take the game as seriously as a fucking national emergency every time you play, you're probably not gonna like them very much, and you're also probably going to circle jerk about them on r/TF2.
I feel like r/TF2 is a wild place. I don't know, dude. I can't take this game seriously, right? Like, because the moment I take this game seriously, and it's not in a derogatory sense, right? Because there's absolutely a big competitive scene. There's a lot of really valuable high skill floor movement tech, a lot of high skill ceiling plays, even high skill floor plays, like the entirety of what Spy is, right? Like, it's one of those things where the game can be taken seriously, absolutely. I just honestly have fun with the game. Like I get beat. I usually have, like in every other shooter, usually I'll go with a break even 0-0, right, Katie, right? Well, I'll have like 20 kills, 20 deaths, right? Like that's just standard for me across every shooter. I'm not super good at shooters. It's one of those, I don't know. I like having fun with it. I very much have been enjoying Pyro so far. Soldier, I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
This weapon used to be a huge crutch, since the main upside was the projectile speed, which made it easier to hit your shots, but the damage penalty was ultimately a hindrance to players who could, actually aim with stock. But now that you've got the extra rocket, well, it's arguable, I guess. These days, you usually see players with the Liberty Launcher who want to Trollger, but still want a backup damage-based item for when they inevitably suck at Trollger.
Makes sense. Cow Mangler.
So this weapon seems like a meme weapon at first glance, but since the recent buff to its reload speed, some people actually consider it to be competitively viable. Which
What am I looking at?
I guess is debatable, but since I don't really play comp, I'm not in a position to say. That said, players who use the Cow Mangler casually will probably use the charge shot way too much. Although I can't blame them really. It's satisfying as hell to pull off.
Sure.
So there are two types of beggars soldiers. Those who understand how to overload jump, and those who just unlock the weapon and don't know what it does.
Same. Yeah, I've literally watched his video talking about it, right? Nah. Nah.
First type is pretty scary
I'm
and
awful
absolutely infuriating to play against, especially when you get killed by the bullshit projectile deviation. I mean, like, how do you dodge a soldier's rockets when even the soldier doesn't know where they're going? Now, the second type of beggar soldiers are actually really funny to play against because half the time they'll miss, and the other half of the time they'll just blow themselves up.
Funny.
This person almost always uses the airstrike with the base jumper, which means they're basically free food for your strange weapons. It's actually a really good weapon for hybrid Trollger, since running it with the gunboats actually gives you rocket jumps for like 15 health each. Plus,
Amazing.
The increased firing speed while rocket jumping can let you do some crazy shit, but I almost never see people doing this. It's always just the base jumper.
Interesting.
Now again, stock weapons usually have a bunch of different stereotypes. So for Soldier, let's go through them one by one. So you've got the, I just installed the game and I didn't play the tutorial, so I don't realize that I have a shotgun Soldier.
Wait, there's tutorial? I genuinely didn't know the game had a tutorial.
You've got the Pocket Soldier, of course. The I hate pyros Soldier. The I suck at market gardening, so I have to use the shotgun as a crutch for whenever I inevitably miss Soldier. And of course, the I want to use the direct hit, but I can't actually aim it Soldier. The reserve shooter is always infuriating to play against, but when it's used on Soldier, it's a little bit more respectable. Now that you aren't punished for jumping or walking on stairs, you have to force your target into the air with a rocket in order to get the mini crit, which means they are usually at least semi-good at rocket placement and not just a brain-dead fun hater who abuses stun mechanics and faster switch speeds to get easy kills.
Just thinking actual players, though, it makes sense. I'll have to look at some bot lobbies to practice.
Talking about the Bison just makes me really sad. I mean, it wasn't even that good to begin with, but now Valve has just completely neutered the weapon to the point where it can't even be used as a meme gun. If you see somebody using the Bison, chances are they're just really hoping for Valve to restore the old Bison. Come on, Valve, come on, just let us have this, please.
I have no really skin in the game. I have nothing to really say there because I don't have the time in the game to really know what it was like beforehand. Like I literally just started.
Now the one main group of people that I personally tie in gunboats with, 2 words, tryhard roamers. Now,
Sure.
What is a tryhard roamer? They're a person that probably wants to play or does play roamer in a competitive setting, and then so they practice this, roamer aspect with, pubs. They join a pub game, usually a 12v12 casual game, equip the gunboats, whatever, primary weapon they want, and they just bomb, and they bomb, and they bomb, and they bomb. You'll see them doing their little rollouts, maybe some CP process rollout to mid, get to mid.
That is a lot of terminology.
Do a quick little bomb into midpoint. Not going to say it's always successful, but, it happens. Now,
So this, honestly, I feel like I've actually defaulted to this. So my time in Halo, like, not that I'm a super good Halo player, right? But like, yeah, it's your red team starts off opposite sign for blue team. You want to make sure that you're cracking your opponent's team, making sure you're getting the team wipe, and then you start rotating through the spawn points, right? Like that's as I understand how Halo is played, at least at a competitive level. You want to rotate through the map. I found myself doing this with Pyro. Like I found myself subconsciously. It was really fascinating to self-reflect on stream about this, where I start to rotate, and I'm definitely getting out of position. So I need to learn team fighting in TF2 a lot better. And if I want to roam, I need to have a class. I need to be able to troll draw. I need to be able to rock. I need to have some sort of increased movement speed, right? Whether that's demo, whether that's soldier, even jetpack pyro, which personally I'm not a fan of. Just not the idea of it. I'm not in love with it, if that makes sense. Not that I think it's bad. Just not super into the idea. But yeah, like if that's what we're talking about in terms of roamer, it makes sense that there's classes that are just better at doing it, which makes me wonder if I can just get like. I might be able to do it with Scout, honestly. I just need to get better at hitting things with the scatter gun.
Before you say I'm fibbing, let me just let you know, I am literally this person, so I think I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Just
makes sense.
throwing that out there.
Okay. Valid and fair.
Man treads are the secondary weapon of choice for Trollger. You don't really see it anywhere else since it's, well, kind of shit at everything else. Maybe
Sure.
more people would use it if they gave it a buff, or a function to reduce fall damage, or something. But as of right now, you really only ever see this used as a meme. Which means that anybody using it can pretty safely be placed in either the I'm not taking this seriously category, or the I have no idea what I'm doing category.
Mood. I love that. Buff
So
banner.
if you look up team player in the dictionary, you'll find this guy's picture. This is a very common banner to use in MVM, and it's an amazing buff to pair with an uber charge. But since it doesn't have a passive effect like the conch or the backup, you won't really see it used too much by players who only care about themselves. If you're a medic and you see a buff banner soldier during setup time, stick close to him, because I guarantee he's gonna stick close to you. Now, there are two ways that you can use the Conjurer. You can use it how it was intended, as a support banner that speeds up your teammates and allows them to heal back damage they deal, which makes it ideal to pair with a crit streak. Or you can use it with the black box because you're a campy little shit who can't stay alive without a medibeam on your ass 24/7.
I would be the latter. I would absolutely be the latter here.
So this is low-key an amazing banner. The problem is nobody ever notices it. You know, the buff banner gives mini crits and the conch gives speed, but the backup really doesn't give you a noticeable effect until you start taking damage. Like, lots of people would realize, I got that kill because of the buff banner, but nobody's gonna go and say, I didn't die there because of the battalion's backup. So players who use this banner are probably team players, just like those with the buff banner, but they don't really care about the recognition. They just want to help the team no matter what, which honestly I respect the shit out of.
Makes sense.
Well, there are three basic stereotypes for this. There's the I'm using this with the airstrike soldier, the I'm using this with any other primary because I don't understand how easy of a target I am soldier, and the I can't market garden so I have to use this as a crutch soldier. I mean, sure, this weapon can be fun to use if you know how to airstrafe and rocket jump, but let's be honest, most soldiers that use this don't know how to do that.
That's amazing. I love that. Like, I love how the series has evolved and how we're kind of combining more and more stereotypes into one. So you have the focal point, which is the weapon, right? Like the man treads, and then you have like the multiple stereotypes. So I think it's honestly structured a lot better than on Inception, and it's been very cool to watch as this has progressed.
Okay, so the stock melee for soldier is just really, really not good. It's so bad, dude. You could be using the escape plan, or the market gardener, or the whip. There are just like so many better options to use. So if you see a soldier with a stock shovel, you can assume that they just installed the game, or they have a strange one and they feel obligated to use it because of that.
I mean, I feel like that's valid though. Like it's like in trading card games, like you have like a hyper foil or something like you have a ghost rare blue eyes, and like your other two are like OG arts or like really expensive copies, and you're using your ghost rare copy, your single one, and someone looks at you like, why are you using a single ghost rare? Like what's happening there? It's just, oh, no, I feel obligated to use it. Like I literally own this, so I feel like I should probably use this.
Now, this isn't used nearly as much as the escape plan, mostly because you've got two way better ways of dealing damage, so why would you use something that would only help with that when you are at really low health and have to get really close to them? Just Equalizer soldiers probably just got it from a weapon drop and don't understand that it's not really good. Also, it's worth noting that people really like to taunt kill with this. Yes, you can do it with the escape plan too, but people just seem to do it more with the equalizer for some reason.
I guess.
Jojo! まさかそのとっておきというのは息が止まるまでとことんやるぜ息が止まるまでだとどういうことだ
I really need to watch JoJo. It's one of those series I've never actually watched, and I genuinely do need to watch it. I genuinely do need to watch it. But it's just one of those, for some reason, it always falls under the radar for me. Classic.
Okay, in all seriousness, this is a really common choice for soldiers who take the game seriously, since it offers an amazing, well, escape plan. So if you see a soldier with the escape plan, you can probably guess that they're tryharding. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a good thing to keep in mind.
Sure. I mean, at that point, it's, you just tailor your 1v1s with that in mind, right? It's like if you notice, like, the pyro having the back burner, right? And you see the funny little ornament, and it's like, okay, well, he could air blast. Absolutely. I need to keep that in mind. I've actually gotten a couple air blasts on soldier rockets off, and those have been I've done it twice so far, and it was super fun to actually, like, there's a little bit of a delay. It's not hit scan, obviously. Like, there's a flash as the rocket fires, and then you can air blast it right back if you're fast enough. It's honestly super cool to get those back, the shots back at him. But, like, you temper your expectation, right? If you see a heavy with the brass beast, you know when he winds up, he's going to be super slow, right? So it really feels like it's a game of, it's a logic tree, right? It's, if encounter this, yes, no, right? And then you go, well, did this happen? Yes, no. And it really is just trying to figure out what your matchup is. I mean, no different than Pokemon, honestly, right? Your opponent drops out a Garchomp, right? It's a ground dragon type, right? You know an ice type is going to go ham into it, right? They're going to know that your ice type is going to 4x them. So what are they probably going to swap out to, like a water type, right? Probably swap out to like a walking wake if it's on their team, or, another bulky water type, right? Like, this goes to, like, show that you can play a game, and you should play multiple games in tandem with your game of choice, because you can learn things from other games to apply into your game of choice, right? Learning things from Halo and then applying it in TF2, learning things from TF2, going back and applying it to MCC Halo, right? Like, it all feeds into each other, and I feel it makes a more well-rounded player.
So the disciplinary action is a weapon that's really good with a team who knows what they're doing.
Okay.
It's also the weapon of choice for a team player. You'll see this used pretty often with a banner, since the loadouts that it gets used in are usually centered around support.
I've heard this come up a few times. I'm very curious what the Market Gardener is.
This is the ideal soldier weapon. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. No, I'm not biased. What are you talking about? Peak performance.
Flawless.
Okay, so this is a really common melee choice, and players who use it will probably try to use it constantly, even when it's in their best interest to use, well, literally any other weapon in your current loadout. So if there's a soldier on the other team with a Market Gardener, he's absolutely going to try to use it on you. Whether or not he hits you, well, that's kind of up in the air.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you.
And that's all the weapons for Soldier. Well, all of them besides the multi-class ones that didn't have any other stereotype attached to it. Think like Panic Attack, Pain Train, etc. So, Pyro is next, which should be fun? Maybe? We'll see. A good thing to remember is that the stereotypes are not based on my own personal opinion, although you can probably tell that that factors in a little bit. I also base them on input from, well, everybody. I look at my Twitter, my Steam group, the YouTube comments, all that stuff. It all plays a role in what I talk about for a certain weapon. So make sure to let me know what you think of Pyro's weapons. I do look at it. Other than that, I think that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.
I mean, I honestly really love this. I thought that this was honestly really cool. I thought that this was a good way to learn more about Soldier. Because at the end of the day, Soldier's one of those classes, like, I'm really having some trouble getting down. But, like, I don't know. I'm honestly just going ham. I'm honestly just enjoying this. And applying that knowledge whenever I do community streams, right? Like after the Scout video, right? I've been actually looking on the Steam Market board for because I guess there's a genuine version of it, and that's the pre-order one. There it might be craftable otherwise, but I've been looking at like a genuine 3-rune blade, and I don't know, just I'm invested in the game. I think that the game is honestly fun, and I think that SoundSmith and Lazy Purple have done a good job in having videos that make it super easy for someone like me, someone super new, to kind of follow along and gain experience via osmosis and apply that to when we actually play the game. But thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate this. Next time up is Pyro. That is good. That is my current preferred class. I actually really both enjoy Pyro and Heavy. Those are the two classes I think I have the most time on at this point. Pyro by a wide margin. I love Backburner. I can't wait to see what he says about that. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.